It's Kwanzaa time. Call your mama, call your daddy. It's Kwanzaa time. Brothers and sisters, it's Kwanzaa time. Friends and family, come celebrate the festival of abundance. Look at Karamu. This is Swahili for feast. And that's exactly what we're going to have today. Look at those fine first fruits. So welcome to our Kwanzaa celebration, brought to you by the Western Kentucky University African American Studies Program. I am Dr. Sandra Ardrey from the African American Studies Program, your host for tonight. Welcome to our celebration. This is a unique opportunity to present this Kwanzaa celebration in a different kind of way. And you know, we're just not going to let COVID keep us down. And so thank you so much. And so here to welcome us, we've got Dr. Timothy Caboni, who brings a welcome for our celebration.
Welcome, and thank you for joining the annual WKU Kwanzaa celebration sponsored by the African American Studies Program. As we navigate these challenging times, the 7 Kwanzaa principles, especially Umoja, or unity, are instructive. Our institutional diversity and our work toward including each person fully in the WKU community strengthens us. We are united as a campus, and we remain Hilltopper strong. So let's get started with the celebration. Go Tops!
Go Tops! We also have a welcome from the head of the Western Kentucky University Department of History, Dr. Eric Reed. Dr. Reed, you're welcome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be with you because if 2020 has told us anything, we have to savor the time that we have with our friends. We have to savor the moments when we can celebrate together. And so I'm already raising a glass and enjoy.
Well, thank you, Dr. Reed. Let's join him. Thank you very much. All righty. So our theme this year is living the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. All righty. So here's the first question, because I want to make this a little interactive and have fun with it. Who knows what Kwanzaa means? Who knows what Kwanzaa means? Let's get one of the students. Does anybody know what Kwanzaa, what does that word mean, Kwanzaa? What does Kwanzaa mean? Who wants to take it? Okay, so who wants, Dr. Rosa?
Oh, we got it, Dr. Ardrey.
Oh, you got it. Okay, Olivia.
McKenna, what is it?
It's an African American celebration of life from December 26th.
It's celebration of life.
It is a celebration of life. Kwanzaa is a Swahili word that means, anybody? It is a celebration of family.
First.
Say again?
First.
First fruit. Yes, it is a celebration of first fruit. Very good, Derek. Each tribe or community in Africa would get together to sing, to dance, to eat and drink, to celebrate the harvest of the first fruits. They would bring food they grew or things they made to give to the feast. So while the first harvest has been celebrated in Africa for over 1,000 years, second question, when was Kwanzaa established here in the United States? When was it established here in the United States?
1966.
In 1966. All righty. All right. By whom? By whom? Who's got that one?
Malana Karinga.
By Malana Karinga. Very good, Dr. Holland. And Dr. Holland, can you explain why it was necessary in the 1960s to have such a celebration?
Yes, I can. Thank you for asking. So if you go back in time and you think about what the 1960s were all about, with an emphasis de-emphasizing family, de-emphasizing the collective, de-emphasizing community in the Black community. Kwanzaa was a negation of that. It was an opportunity to celebrate the collective, to remind us who we are, who we were, and who we are going to be.
Good. Thank you very much. Exactly. During those tumultuous times when we were not seen as equal, we didn't have a culture, so they thought. So Kwanzaa is about sharing the African American culture, being proud of our heritage. It is an important part of sharing of who we are. An important part of our culture is music. As tribute to our heritage, here is Ashley Roberts, a member of the WKU gospel group, The Amazing Tones of Joy, performing, I believe, Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World. All right, so now, Ashley, what do I need to do?
You don't need to do anything. I believe you've already done that. So I'm just going to share one of my screens.
Okay.
And it should pop up and it should play.
Okay.
Let's see. Can everyone see that?
Yay, yes.
Okay. I see trees of green, red roses too, and I see them bloom for me and for you, and nothing to myself. What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and a cold sacred night, and nothing to myself. What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? And they're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow, and they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Woo! Thank you so much, Ashley.
Bravo, Ashley.
Bravo. And it is indeed a wonderful world. Even with this COVID stuff, it is a wonderful world. We are getting together to celebrate. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
At the beginning of an African celebration, we must invoke and call our ancestors and heroes. It is a West African tradition of oral storytelling where our memories and our collective voices are used to preserve and to share with future generations our history, our struggles, and our achievements. It is a way of asking permission to begin our celebration. So take a look at these heroes and sheroes. Can you name them? Who do you see there? Uh-oh. Are you guys?
We can see the screen.
Huh?
I see Josephine Baker. I see Nelson Mandela. I see Ruby Bridges. I see Maya Angelou. I see
Wait,
Harriet
Ruby.
Tubman.
Oh, Ruby who? The little girl.
Hmm.
Who's the little girl?
And Ruby.
Okay, what's her maiden name?
I thought it was Ruby Bridges.
No, she is famous because that's the little girl that the Brown decision, right?
Hmm.
Ruby Bridges? Yeah, Ruby Bridges. Okay, was the Brown decision? Yes, the Brown decision. Sorry, y'all. All right, who else do you see?
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Can't see who that is over in the
What?
Tracy, you see Harriet, don't you?
bottom. Yes, I do. I said
I know you
Harriet.
see Harriet. Okay, then.
Okay, now look, you know what? C.J. Walker, Madam C.J. Walker is there. I thought the person beside her was W.B. Du Bois, but William seems to disagree with me. Dr. Rosa, who is that?
So I'm even like, look, I'm not, I don't see Du Bois and I don't see Madam C.J. Walker. I think my screen may be too small, but so I see Harriet Tubman, Nelson Mandela, Josephine Baker, Jessie Fawcett, Carver, and Sierra Just, and Maya Angelou.
CJ is in the blue. See that blue backdrop?
Oh, who is that?
Oh,
There she is.
Is that Madam C.J. Walker?
There she is, right there.
Who is that beside her?
That I'm not sure. I believe that's Carter Woodson, isn't it? The one in the one to the far right.
That's
George Washington.
That's Carver. That's Carver.
Yes,
now the middle, I don't know. I wish I
You
did.
would say
I thought it was W. Du Bois.
that's Sierra Just.
Yes, and of course we have the African kings and queens. I wanted to save those for last because that's where we come from. We come from greatness. We come from kings and queens. Those are our ancestors. All righty, and so.
Sandra, we do come from kings and queens, and we come from people who also work the land. And I don't want to disavow those people in any way. 90% of those people worked the land, and they brought that wisdom to this country, and they used that wisdom to build up this country. And that's why they were mostly in the fields.
Yes.
And so these were capable people with a full culture. Not all kings and queens and warriors, but certainly.
Yes.
Certainly, we need to acknowledge and recognize them.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Hobson.
Ardrey, even giving respect to everybody know what Harriet's name actually was. Yes, it wasn't Harriet Tubman. What was her name? Anybody know? It was Araminta Ross. Araminta, Araminta Ross.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Dr. Dye. Lamario, you took my screen away. Lamario, it says we are viewing your screen. Can I have my screen back?
Yes.
Well, okay. Lamario. Okay, you know I'm challenged here. Okay. Can you guys now see that? Okay. All righty. So we've got the ancestors. All righty. Dr. Rosa, serving as our griot for tonight, Dr. Andrew Rosa from the African American Studies program. Dr. Rosa, will you pay respect to our ancestors?
Sure. So at the beginning of every African celebration, we have the Kumbuku, and that's where we demonstrate our respect for our ancestors. And so I'm going to demonstrate that today, and then everybody can join in. So I, Andrew, wish to thank my grandparents, Jose and Angelina Rosa, and Ernest and Lina Rosa, who together gave life to my parents, Carlos and Marian Rosa, who in turn gave life to me. I want to thank all those who have gone before me, thank my ancestors who guide me in my day-to-day life. Now it's your turn. Who do you want to honor call out their name and say whatever you want to recognize what they mean to you.
I call out my name. Well, let's all do that together. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Call out to your ancestors. I call out to my mother and to my father and to my grandparents, Estella and Earl Curry.
Eugene Bird.
They gave me
Dorothy Shanklin, Annie Elizabeth.
Do they have years? No, just you said just call out the names. I just didn't know if you would hear the other groups people saying what they were saying to me.
All righty. We have called our ancestors. We have asked their permission for us to continue. And so we are continuing that long tradition. Thank you, Dr. Rosa. As many of you navigate through college and through life, be mindful of how you will be remembered. Be deliberate in your actions to address concerns and issues in our community. As we approach and go through Kwanzaa season, remember the legacy and the good things our ancestors have left us, just as Dr. Hobson pointed out. From the shores of Africa and the history of kings and queens to those who toil the land and the workers that make our country great. What will be your footprint? How will your life contribute to that greatness? All right, so got the ancestors, you got your charge. Now, all righty. So how do we celebrate? How do we set the table for the Kwanzaa celebration? What are the symbols of Kwanzaa? There are 7 symbols of Kwanzaa, and here to guide us through those symbols is Dr. Sandra Starks from the Masters of Social Work program. Dr. Starks, take it away. And if we can make you bigger than a postage stamp, somebody tell us how to do that.
It's okay. I'm unmuted though, right?
Yes, you are unmuted.
Okay. Well, greetings, Habari Gani and Jumbo. Those are all Swahili greetings. So welcome and thank you all. And I didn't know if Dr. Dye brought her drums tonight, so I brought a little.
Oh, she has her drums.
Drumming. My little makeshift drum is available. It is my pleasure and honor tonight to talk about the symbols, like all holidays. And I don't know if you see me, it's important that you see the table, whether you see me or not. That all holidays have symbols that go with them. So the celebration of Kwanzaa is no different. It has 7 symbols, and I'll be giving those to you in English and in Swahili. So usually the symbols are used for as the family sets the table in preparation for that week-long Kwanzaa celebration. So the family first starts the tablecloth, some colorful tablecloth, often authentic African fabric. But the first symbol is really the mat, a woven straw mat that builds the foundation for our people and our families. On the mat, and the mat is the mkeka. It's called the mkeka in Swahili. I think Dr. Ardrey is going to give you a quiz about it later, or maybe next week. On the mat is the kanara, the candle holder. And the kanara holds the Mashibasaba, the 7 principles that represent the 7 principles of the holiday. And I don't know if you were going to talk, Sandra, about the representation of each color of the candles or not.
Yes, but you can go ahead and do that. That's fine.
Okay, well, usually, yeah, the black candle is in the center that represents the people. And then you have the red candles that represent the struggle, because we all know, particularly in cultures for people of color and indigenous people, that there is no prosperity, which are the green candles, without the struggle. So we alternate between the red candles and the green candles, and they represent the 7 principles that are the basis for the Kwanzaa celebration. The next symbol are the ears of corn, the muhinde. I don't know if you can see those, I'll lift them. We have 2 at our house. They represent the number of children that you have in your family. And often families have many ears of corn because we tend to think of our children as a collective and as a village, that it takes a village to really raise successful, independent children. So, Muhinde. The next thing often is, since this is a celebration of first harvest, is the, wait a minute, let me get this right here. Mazao, the fruits, the nuts, and the vegetables. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yes, the fruits, the nuts, and the vegetables. Next, during the holiday, that whole celebration, the family have gifts on their table, gifts that are homemade or are made by the members of the family. And the gifts are called zawadi, and they're given out of love, and they're given out of generosity, and often without conflict or without due stress for the family members. That was 6. And number 7 is the Unity Cup, the Kikombe Cha Umoja, that we'll be having libation from later. You can see that. Often it's a wooden cup, and families choose their libation form of water, juice, beverages of whatever, hard, soft, whatever your preference is. Those are the 7 basic symbols of the celebration, but families also have additional supplemental that we call. Often most families will have African artifacts, but also on our table we always have some version of the Sankofa bird, the bird that has the vision backwards, that represents the ability for our people to understand the importance of knowing our history as a way of moving forward and not repeating past mistakes and learning from those. Another thing the families often have on the table are books for the children, books for reading during that whole time. That time of Kwanzaa is a time of reflection, celebration of what has come and what is to be. This year, I've already purchased our books for reading. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll put it for the camera. Obviously, most of us are thinking about this book now if you've not gotten it. President Obama, A Promised Land. The other book I purchased is Glory, that artistic expression of our young queens and princesses and kings in all their glory and beauty. So that's a wonderful book for your children and just for you regarding history and where we are. So the other thing I didn't mention was often there's a flag, the bandera. It's an African flag, either the black, green, and red flag or whatever country you'd like to represent on your table. So those are the basic symbols and the supplemental symbols of the Kwanzaa celebration. And if you appreciated that, or if that was helpful to you, then a drum roll.
Thank you very much, Dr. Starks. Thank you for that, those symbols as well as the supplemental symbols. Each night of Kwanzaa, December the 26th through January the 1st, we gather to celebrate the 7 principles of Nguzo Saba. Each night, a different principle is reflected and discussed. We greet each guest with Habari Gani, and that's Swahili for what's the news. And then the audience responds with the principle of the day. So as we start each day, now remember, we're doing all 7 nights in just this one night. But this is a week-long celebration that goes from December the 26th to January the 1st. And each night you start the celebration with Habari Gani as the guests arrive. So let's get started with the first principle. Habari Gani. And then you say,
Umoja.
Umoja. This is day 1, December the 26th. This is unity. This is unity. And I turn it over to Lamont Pearley. He is an African American Studies minor. And Lamont, take it away. Unmute yourself. There you go. And if you want Lamont, is it possible for Lamont to make himself front and center, or is everybody okay?
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, are you good with? Okay, go.
Okay, so I'll first of all, peace and blessings. I'll read this off first. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. This is the first and foundational principle of the Nguzo Saba, for without it, all other principles of the Nguzo Saba suffer. The family must be the focal point of unity, not simply of siblings and genders, but also of generations. One of the most important expressions of family unity is the respect and collective concern and care for the elders. This is why they're sitting with me. When I saw that you chose me to discuss unity, it struck a humongous chord. I am one of genealogy, I am one of heritage and tradition and things that are passed down. I watched my grandparents take care of their parents. I watched my uncle and my mother take care of my grandparents. And before I came here for 2 years, my wife, my children, and I took care of my mother until she transcended. This is key to our functioning in-house and out-house. So what we believe is a family that sang and pray together stays together. Harmonies keep the community together, and I'm a big believer in work songs, prison songs, blues, and field hollers. What you described earlier was in the call and response is the call and response, and we're going to give you a quick example. An original song we made that's a black spiritual, a field holler, as they say, that we usually perform. However, we haven't performed it in a while, so if we forget the words, please give us grace. Y'all ready? Move back a bit. You ready, buddy? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I've been, oh, I've been, oh, I've been, yeah, I've been, oh, I've been, oh, I've been, oh, help me get on my rent, yeah, my rent, whoa, my rent, Lord, help me get on up, my kinfolk, whoa, my kinfolk, yeah, my kinfolk, Lord, help me get on up. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. Lord, help me get on up. I've been, oh, I've been, yeah, I've been, oh, I've been, yeah, I've been, oh, I've been, oh, I've been, Lord, help me get on up.
Thank you, Lamont and family. Thank you very much. That was great.
Beautiful
What a
voice.
way to start the week.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Starks, after that presentation, which candle do we light first? Which candle? Each night we light a candle. Which candle do we light first? What do you?
Oh, were you asking me or are you asking?
Well, any of the students know? Which candle do we light first? Okay, Jaden, take a crack at it. That first candle.
I would assume it's one of the green ones because family is prosperity. So I would assume it's one of the green ones.
Take another guess.
Oh.
It's the one candle that we have.
Oh, that makes sense. It's the black one.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, why does it make sense, Jaden?
Because she said it represents the people.
Yes, and it all starts with the people. Very nice recovery. All righty, so Dr. Starks, will you light the first candle of Kwanzaa, the black candle representing the people?
I light the first candle representing the people. Umoja.
Umoja. Thank you. Thank you, Lamont and family. Day 2, Habari Gani. Kujichagulia. Good.
Kujichagulia.
Good.
Kujichagulia.
Which is self-determination. Life without knowledge is death in disguise. That's why knowledge of self is like life after death. And the affirmation for today, I have knowledge of self. Dr. Holland, would you lead us in your rendition of your interpretation of self-determination?
So, good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure, it is a delight to see your beautiful faces, to see your faces bring me and the collective joy, particularly the students and the children. The old folks, maybe not so much. So the past and the present collide, oftentimes violently, but then also times joyfully as well. So we're going to walk back in time for just a moment. Imagine yourself on the block in one of the slave markets, saying these words as you clutch your 8-year-old daughter at your side. Still, Carrie. Be still, child. Don't you cry. See, they finished the bidding. Money be paid. We's together. God heard my halting words through the ears of these deafened people. You and me from this strange pulpit. Look lively, child. We be sold, but we ain't bought. So think about that for a moment with the notion of self-determination. We be sold, but we ain't bought. We get to define who we are. In 1857, March, to be exact, the United States Supreme Court, led by Chief Justice Roger B. Taney, rendered a decision relative to Dred Scott versus Sanford. In his opinion, Chief Justice Taney had this to say. He declared that all Black people, enslaved or free, were not and could never become citizens of the United States. The court also declared that the decision made in 1820, the Missouri Compromise, was unconstitutional, permitting slavery in all of the country's territories. Those individuals who had not been enslaved could now be enslaved. Taney went further to say this in the majority opinion, that Scott, Dred Scott, from Missouri at that particular time, because he was not a citizen, therefore he had no right to a claim in a federal court. He had no right to sue because he wasn't a citizen. Tanny went on to say that Scott and the other enslaved Black people or free people had no rights, which the white man was bound to respect, and that the Negro might justly and lawfully be reduced to slavery for his benefit. He was bought and sold and treated as an ordinary article of merchandise and traffic whenever profit could be made by it. So think about that for a moment. Today, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, those individuals, Hattie on the Block, James Weldon Johnson in Lift Every Voice and Sing, declaring that we have come a long way with tears, that out of our gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Self-determination. Self-determination when the odds were so stacked against us. So then we morph into 2020, a new poetess that I have just discovered that I am so enamored with because the sister is bad. And she says this relative to self-determination. Her name, Nayaira Waheed, if we wanted to. People of color could burn the world down for what we have experienced or are experiencing. But we don't. How stunningly beautiful that our sacred respect for the earth, for life, for ourselves, for our community is deeper than our rage. Kujichagulia, self-determination, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves.
Thank you, Dr. Holland. Always look forward to your narratives. Thank you very much. Dr. Starks, what color do we like? What color should Dr. Starks like now? What color should she like now? We've had the started with the people. Okay. All right, Jaden, you're on a roll. Once you start with the people, now what must you do?
Light a red candle.
Yay! And why is that? Why is that?
Because the self-determination is rooted in struggle.
Yes, ma'am. All righty. And so we're gonna struggle. So Dr. Starks, will you light the red candle? All righty. So good. Habari Gani. And that would be Kujichagulia. All righty. Thank you. Day 3, December the 28th. Habari Gani.
Ujima.
Yes, Ujima.
Ujima.
Yes.
Ujima.
And my student that is on a roll here with the candles, Jaden Harp, who is a middle education and social studies major, she will give us her interpretation of what this principle means. Jaden, take it away.
Yeah. So collective work and responsibility, Ujima, to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and to solve them together. Many hands make light work. As a proud ally for the BIPOC community, I love the idea of Ujima, people facing adversity together to solve today's social injustices. Today, Ujima is extremely important. COVID-19, police brutality, unemployment, and racism are just a few examples of why. As I started to research Ujima, Black Lives Matter was the first thing that came to mind. The New York Times says that Black Lives Matter may be the largest movement in U.S. history, with 15 to 26 million people reporting to have attended at least one demonstration in 2020. In a time of great partisanship within our country, the BIPOC, Black, Brown, LGBTQIA+, Indigenous, and white communities have exhibited the pinnacle of Ujima, standing strong together for those who can no longer stand due to police brutality, racism, and other discriminations. As a white woman, I could never understand the struggles that other people face, but I too feel the responsibility of Ujima to rebuild a broken system that my ancestors helped build. Let us keep standing, keep fighting, and keep lifting each other high.
Thank you, Jaden. Thank you. We welcome you as an ally, and thank you for participating and for that shared message. Thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Starks, what candle should she light now? So we have start with the people, we have struggle. What is it time to do now?
Prosper.
It's time to prosper. And so the green candle is prosperity. So Dr. Starks, will you light the green candle? Representing progress and prosperity after the struggle. Thank you, Jaden. All righty. Habari Gani. Ujamaa. Cooperative economics. All righty. Before Milan comes on, let's take a look at this slide. In this principle says that we should uplift the Black community, the Black businesses, and so cooperative economics. Back in August, we did a Black Business Month, and we were encouraged to eat out at the Black-owned restaurants, to do Black businesses, and so that was in August where we raised up the Black business community. And do we know who the two men are there? The two men there. Does anybody know who that is?
Cornelius Martin is in the time photo, and his son, Chad Martin.
Yes, very good. This is Martin Oldsmobile dealership. This, the Martin Oldsmobile dealership, if I'm not mistaken, is the largest Black-owned auto dealership east of the Mississippi. And we are very proud to have that company, that business here in Bowling Green. Down at the bottom, who is that? Down at the bottom, who is that? We know.
That's Alice Waddell.
Yes, Alice Waddell. And she is a renowned painter, not only renowned here in Bowling Green and in Kentucky, but around the world as a famed artist and painter. Then we have Omni Custom Meats, that is owned by Sharon and Curtis Sullivan. They're a custom meat packing company here in Bowling Green. And you know, the barbershop is the cornerstone amongst any Black community. And so I had to feature one of our barbershops, and this is Shake Rag Barbershop, and it's owned by Reverend Chris Page. Burnham and Son Mortuary, again, one of the original sort of businesses in the Black community. And I end with Jonesville. Many of the students may not know that Jonesville in the 30s, 40s, and up into the late 50s and 60s was a booming Black community with many businesses and strong entrepreneurship. And that community survived over by Western until urban development came and destroyed that community. So Black businesses, cooperative economics. I'll turn it over now to Milan.
Thank you so much, Dr. A. My principal says to build and maintain Black-owned business shops, stores, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. It teaches us to have each other's backs. Financially, that means being there for Black-owned businesses and supporting their growth by spending dollars with them. I wanted to make this principle more personal to me, to show how I've learned how important it is to financially invest into Black businesses and how I should incorporate it into my everyday life. I realized maybe not too long ago that it's very important to realize what you're investing in every time you spend your money, whether it be for food or be for know day to day the things that you buy and who you're supporting. And I encourage everyone to be sure that they research who they're supporting with their money. And especially throughout this last year, it's been very important for people to make sure that they're investing into stores who could really use the support, especially with COVID-19 being a very big deal, where we're not encouraged to be going out, shopping online, and just making sure that you're giving support to small businesses. Even bigger corporations that are Black owned will really support a lot. I grew up in Michigan and I was born there in Detroit, and there are lots of small businesses, of restaurants and different stores that I would never see anywhere else, that my dad made sure that I grew up going to, and making sure that I'm supporting people who are like me and who wouldn't normally get as much support financially. I think it's a very big deal to make sure that you are incorporating as much support as you can in Black-owned businesses when it comes to success and anything that you do. And I think a lot of small businesses do become very popular even on college campuses. And I encourage students as well to make sure that you become aware of what students on campus that have small businesses that are coming up, and make sure that you support them. The last thing that I wanted to say is that me and my friends, even now, I encourage them when we give gifts to each other for birthdays and holidays, that we also order from Black-owned businesses and then actually tell them where it came from. My birthday this year, I got a whole gift package of a robe, a bonnet, scarves that were all from a Black-owned business, and it makes you feel good to know that the money is going to the right area.
Very good. Thank you, Milan. Thank you very much for sharing your experiences and how you are making this real. Thank you very much. Dr. Starks, are we up to is it time to struggle again? The red candle? Did we lose her? Where'd she go? Dr. Starks? Is it time for, it's red, right? Red candle. All right. Is she lighting the red candle?
Yes.
Okay.
Was I muted?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Yes. The second red candle. It is time, for the struggle. But
okay. Time to struggle again. All righty.
You know what comes after that.
Yes. Yes. Just hold on. All righty. Habari Gani.
Nia.
Nia. Yes. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. That's the Nia Purpose, Day 5, December the 30th. And to bring that to light is Derek Collins, a political science major. All right, Derek, it's on you.
Nia Purpose, to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. So for you all this evening, I have written a poem about purpose, and I hope you all enjoy it. We were birthed into this world with purpose. It courses through our veins. It shines off the beautiful hues of our melanin-laced skin. It defies comprehension. Our purpose fans the flames of innovation, turns dirt into civilization, brings rhythm to nations. Our purpose was glorious, majestic, magnificent, ours, until it was plucked from Africa's bosom, sailed across choppy seas, and planted on plantations, and it was here they tried to redefine it, tried to tell us our purpose was subservience, that our purpose was only our utility and ability to till their ground, plant their crops, raise their kids, said your skin is sin, and the wager of sin is death, but we'll keep you around as long as you keep it down. But still, our purpose could not be tamed. It would not buckle under the weight of heavy chains. It could not be choked out by a noose and hangman. It would not be broken down by black batons. It could not be segregated into oblivion, and it would not be suffocated under the knees of oppression. Our purpose survived. Our purpose will thrive. And ultimately, our purpose will not be denied.
Bravo!
Thank you, Derek.
Take a poetry writing class with me. Bravo! One of my colleagues.
I always look forward to your presentations, Derek, and it's well worth the wait. Thank you very much. Loved it. Thank you. Dr. Starks, lighting of the candle?
I am lighting the green candle. After that, we know we can move toward our purpose.
Yes, yes. Very good. Thank you, Derek. All righty. Time for day 6. Hobarigani. Kuumba. Yes, this is December the 31st. This is New Year's Eve. This is perhaps one of the biggest days because it's a big celebration and it's creativity. And I've chosen to feature Dr. Cheryl Hobson, who is in the English department here, but she is a poet, a renowned poet. Her Black Notes there, so we want to feature her.
What we doing for
The WKU Step Show, because we've got dance, that's creativity. We've got the Evan Haley dancers. They also are dance. And we have Derek Collins there, who has just demonstrated his creativity. But if you don't know, he is also a world famous international forensics scholar person, member of
Speech and debater.
Speech and debater, yes, international acclaim. So we've got really good folks here. Katie's Creative Catering, that cooking is an art and assumes an art form in the Black community. And here to give that, to I think have a special treat for us, Dr. Cassandra Little from the NAACP and from Black is a community member. She is going to treat us with a cooking demonstration, something a little bit different for us. All right, Dr. Little, it's on you.
Hawaii, today is Kuumba, and that's the principle to do always as much as we can in the way we can in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited. As she said, creativity brings a lot of different things to mind. And if some of you want to share your thoughts, feel free to write that in the chat. So I volunteered and agreed. Welcome to my kitchen. Happen in our community around the dinner table where we can sit and talk with family and friends. Unfortunately, due to COVID, that has holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Kwanzaa have to be celebrated virtually. And so I wanted to share something with you for that tilt. 2 simple recipes that have 6 or fewer ingredients. And for those who like to dump in a pot, one of them is that way. And the other one, they're done in 30 minutes. So you can't kind of beat that. And it's gender friendly, so men can cook it as easily as women. So I'm hoping you like these. The first one is called sausage jambalaya, where your ingredients would be Polish sausage. It's like a kielbasa sausage. The 3, I don't know, can you see my screen?
Yes.
The sausage, which you saute, and then you saute the trinity, which is onions, celery, and green pepper. Then you cook the rice ahead of time. So if you start with rice, the way to do your perfect rice is to take 2 cups to 1. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. So you put 2 cups of water in for and then get it boiling well, and then you put in a cup of rice. Now you need to tilt your lid a little bit so that it doesn't overflow. And because I didn't want to overheat the kitchen and pacing ourselves, by TV magic, this is what you will come up with. And so Dr. Ardrey asked and said she would share the recipe I sent with you. But again, you can double. I just posted it if you have a big crowd. And I would say that I did go a little bit overboard with the rice in the recipe, but so you might want to do the 2 cups of water with the 1 cup of rice. Or for those who are vegan, you can do it without the sausage. Don't eat pork. You can put chicken or shrimp in it instead. But it's very simple and easy. Saute, stir, the rice is cooked, add the tomatoes, put the top on and simmer, 30 minutes, and you enjoy. The next recipe is made, it's called white chicken chili. And again, it's very few ingredients, real simple, and this is one of the ones that I said is kind of like a dump dish. You have chicken either that you get in a can that's already cooked, or if you have rotisserie chicken or a couple of cooked chicken breasts in there, you separate and pull them apart, and that can go in the dish. And you saute that and put it in a pan, and in that pan, these are cans, but they would be open. You put in a can of corn, and then you put in a can of beans, and then you put in a can of tomatoes. And what you end up with is white chicken chili. Now the white chicken chili mix, McCormick, I like the best, and usually you can get it at Kroger, but since some things are not getting shipped as frequently as they used to, they don't have that. But we say that food feeds not only feeds your body for strength, but it feeds your soul. And so if we can think about sharing the dishes that we learned from our mothers, our grandmothers, or aunties and people, and pass those on to those that follow us, that part of our history can stay and remain. And you can get as creative. If you like a little Tabasco or hot sauce in there for a little more spice, you can do it that way. Or again, you can make it meatless without the meat and add other kinds of herbs and spices. So that for my portion of creativity, whether you sew or knit, sing or dance, drum or play an instrument, let your creativity shine. And at the Karamu, enjoy yourselves with friends and family in your village, no matter how small or how big.
Thank you, Dr. Little. What time's dinner? You got all that food over there. Surely
I wish we had smell-o-vision, and I could get, I said, I got a big spoon, and if you want to drive by, maybe I can give you a bowl out the door.
Okay. Okay. Yes, it's from your kitchen to my lips. Thank you very much. That is certainly a first for our Kwanzaa celebrations, a cooking demonstration. So thank you very much for suggesting that, Sandy. All right, Dr. Starks, time to light. Let's see, we prospered. Is it time to struggle again?
It is, but what better way to struggle than with full bellies? Food from, and I can testify, anything from Dr. Little's kitchen is wonderful.
Yes, yes, it is. I'm going to take her up on that drive-by, though.
You really should, yeah. So, so I like the candle, the last candle for struggle.
All righty. Thank you. Very good. All righty. And I've the recipes are up for you. This is going to be recorded so you can get access to that. All righty. Habari Gani. This is day 7, the last day, January the 1st. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. Here to give life to Imani. Oh, did I say Habari Gani? Habari Gani.
Imani.
Imani. This is Faith. Tracy, Tracy Scott, African American Studies minor, do you want to share?
Imani, to believe with all our heart in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and of our struggles, basically. This year, it was kind of different for me to do this principle, as we have had a lot going on in the Black Lives Matter movement, and especially starting with our campus, the idea to start a protest and have a movement of our own was something that was very important to me, and having faith in myself that we could do this and having faith in our community. So today I'm going to share some African proverbs with you all. Some of these proverbs are from different places, so please bear with me while I let you guys know where these are from. The first proverb I'm going to read is from Guinea. Knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. So to me, that proverb meant that trying to, you have to have the knowledge. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to work towards something. And without that work, the outcomes of things are not always as planned. I also have another proverb I would like to share with you guys. Anticipate the good so that you may enjoy it. So throughout this process of trying to be an activist and leader myself, most of the time I always think the worst. But when it came to doing the protest with our community, I was overjoyed and I was excited to do this, to give our students a platform to speak and share on their experiences. While we have talked about the struggle, we have also talked about the prosperity at the end. There was also struggles with this after the protest, the aftermath. Some of the comments that we got from our community was not of something that I thought that I would receive. But I was very pleased with the support that we gained from the community here at WKU. I think that this has started a movement with our students to know that they can activate and they can go out into our community and they can spread their culture and also spread their concerns within our community. And having a good support system for that helps us keep faith along the way, because there was a lot of times this semester where after the protests with the things that I received that I just wanted to give up. But keeping faith in myself, knowing that achieving the things that I wanted to achieve with my education and going further to even get my master's degree, because I'm a senior, graduate April 30th. It gave me the faith to do this and to go on with my journey. So hopefully you guys were moved by my quotes, my proverbs, and my experience.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you. And congratulations with the graduation coming up in spring semester. Fantastic. I always look forward to sharing your story and your life experience. So thank you very much. Thank you. Dr. Starks?
I know, I'm moved. That was so powerful. And it gives me hope. The voices of our young people.
Yes.
That gives us hope that when it's our time to move on, that the world is going to be left in the hands of those who can carry forward. So I'm hopeful. So the last candle is the green candle, and we're ready for prosperity. We're ready for 2021. We're ready to put this to bed, 2020, and all the lessons, but we want to take the lessons we've learned with us into 2021. So I like the last candle, the green candle, for prosperity and for Imani, our faith.
Yes, and for hope for the future. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Each night, we also pour libation from the Unity Cup. Dr. LaCretia Dye, Counseling and Student Affairs. Will you do the honors of libation?
Yes, so thank you for this invitation. The first thing I want to do, and what's often practiced in most African cultures, is that I ask my elders for permission to speak. So if you happen to be an elder on here,
you may speak.
How old are we talking?
Oh, no, I'm not an elder, so I'm not saying anything.
You may speak.
So listen, I respect and honor my elders at all times. I feel that deeply in my soul, and I so appreciate being here and the invitation for me to be here with my elders. So that's how we call out to each other, even when we show that respect, you all. So I want to do this a little different. Dr. Ardrey told me that I can do this a little different, and I'm going to do it my way, y'all. So the first thing I want to do is invite everybody to get their cups for their libations. So everybody go grab your cups for your libations. If you don't already have it here with you, right? So I have water here, and I will be pouring it into the plants which represent the north, east, the south, and the west. But here's how I want to do it. I want to invite a little soul into this, y'all. And we're going to invite our soul into this. Y'all know I got my drums, so I have my baby boy over here. He's going to be on the djembe, and then I'm going to play a little bit of this song. But I want to invite you all. This is what I want everybody to do and for us to do collectively, because research has shown when we breathe together, when we sing together, when we feel together, our hearts beat together. So everybody take your right hand and place it on your heart. Place your left hand on top, and you are welcome to gently close your eyes, and I want you to feel this, okay?
Ocean. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, ocean. Ocean is the spirit of the river. Open your hands, she's a sweet and steady giver. She'll turn your tears of sadness into gladness. Praises to ocean. Ocean is the spirit of the river. Open your hands, she's a sweet and steady giver. She'll turn your tears of sadness into gladness. Praises to ocean.
Creator, Ptah, Oludumare, Odumakoma, Enyame, Ama, Neter, all traditional African names for the one God. Abosom, Orisha, Loa, Neteru, aspects of the divine, Insamanfo, Sheps, Egungun, ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. Black notes, libation, a spiritual offering, a prayer with props to God, to earth, with water, fire, air, breath of life of the Creator, divine presence, wisdom, power, connecting us to ancestors. Queen and singer, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Malcolm X, Stephen Biko, connecting us to ancestors, struggles to progress, past to present, enlightenment to African cultural, spiritual space, gracing the cosmos, the universe with aspects of the all, encompassing our entire being, singing in harmony with joy, in pleasure, beyond measure, in passion for life, voiced like the song of the river, flowing with the sensual grace of Oshun. Oshun, Teheru, Nana Esi, Oshun.
As you all breathe that in, I want to invite you to just notice what he said, flowing like the river. And tonight we pour our libation as water, and for us, water is life, you all. So water is life. We are all made up predominantly of liquid, right? So we are water, and this liquid as our medium. So we invite peace. We embody that in our bodies with this water that is life. And so here we will pour libation for our ancestors, right? As you heard him say that, who rest in the valley of the dead. The Creator will witness our action and accept it. Do not forget to do this even when you are away from this place, for as you do for your ancestors, your children will do for you also. From the book of Ani. So I pour, each plant represents the north, the east, the west, and the south. Thank you.
Thank you. To our ancestors, to our future. Thank you, Dr. Dye. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I enjoyed that new way of doing. That was fun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let us end our celebration with the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. This was a poem written by James Weldon Johnson in the 1900s and set to music by his brother in 1905. So it is the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, performed by, again, another treat from Ashley Roberts, who is the, again, from the Amazing Tones of Joy. So, Ashley. Do I need to do anything, Ashley?
I don't think so. Can you guys see?
No, we don't see anything yet.
Don't see anything. It's in the machine.
You have to go up to the top and click and change from Dr. A's screen to her screen because you're both sharing.
Okay, so I go or does Dr. Ardrey?
No, everyone. There's like up at the top, there's a view options and you can click and you can choose which screen you choose if both of you are sharing at the same time.
Should I stop sharing? No. Okay.
Sorry, there's like a few technical difficulties here. I
I think we have done marvelous. We have gotten through.
Okay, well, it seems to be doing some weird stuff, so I'm just going to sing it right here, right now. So that's what we're going to do.
You want us to help you?
Sure. I do not mind. I don't mind. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day. begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you all. Thank you.
I like the live version, girl. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you. What a great way to end. Thank you so much, you guys, for participating in our Kwanzaa celebration. I want to give a special shout out and especially thanks to my student assistant, Tracy Scott, for helping me with all the logistics, and also to Lamario Moore. He was our tech person, and he sort of was my foundation and gave me strength and didn't laugh when I had crazy questions. So Lamario, thank you so much for being patient with me. And to all of you for participating, in our very first virtual Kwanzaa celebration. We made it through. Thank you for those who are participating. Thank you for those who are new. And thank you for the folks who came to join us. And so we leave with our farewell statement. Uh-oh, am I not sharing anymore? Dr. Rosa, let me see if I can't get this back up. All righty. All right, with our farewell statement, our Griot, Dr. Rosa, will take us on home.
Okay. So our father and mother came here, lived, loved, struggled, and built here.
At this place,
their love and labor was like the sun
and gave strength and meaning to the day.
For them then, who gave so much, we give in return.
On the same soil, sow our seed and build and move in unity and strength.
Here too, we will continue their struggle for liberation and a higher level of human life.
May our eyes be the eagle, our spirit be the elephant,
and the boldness of the light like
the lion. Yes.
May we
remember and honor our ancestors and the legacy left for as long as the sun may shine and the water may flow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I would just like to say thank you, Dr. Ardrey. This wouldn't have been possible without you.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you very much. It was fun. It was fun. From Umoja to Imani, may all the blessings of Kwanzaa be yours. Go and be fruitful.
Harambe!
We did it.